Yes, the Brett Sullivan game for the Padres in a 7-1 win over the Reds. They win the series. That was the goal. They move on. Day off on Thursday. Dodgers await Friday at Petco Park. John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. We're going to be with you for the next hour or so as you make your way in. Subscribe, smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. If you're looking for ways to support this channel, you can do what Carlos has already done. Carlos in the chat earlier, thank you for your support with the super chat from Mexico. You can click the $ below the chat box. We appreciate your support with the super chats. We get to all of the super chats and interact with those. We appreciate your memberships as well. Click join down below. You'll get emojis and badges. But a good series all around, Jim. 7-1 win today for the Padres. Juan Soto, Brett Sullivan, Seth Lugo. Good day.
First off, look at your Twitter. And second off,
what'd I do? That's because you sent me that photo.
You didn't let it load right or something.
No, you sent me a crap photo.
Why does that photo look like it was taken on an iPhone 3?
You legit sent me that photo this afternoon.
Hold on, let me look at this photo on my phone.
Look at the photo you sent me. I'm serious.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks way better on my phone.
Yeah, because it was 1 inch by 1 inch. I had to blow it up.
No,
dude, I'm telling you.
I give me here 2 seconds. Right, you watch this.
Change the image.
So John's not great with Photoshop. John's not great with technology.
No, look how it shows up on my phone, dude. It doesn't even take up the whole room, the whole screen.
Yeah, dude, on my phone it looks literally perfect. What is wrong with you?
You didn't even do that image on your phone.
I did.
Oh, you just created it.
It looks way better.
On this coughing.
Oh, great. We're off to a great start, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Change the image.
Starts the wrap-up show.
Change the image. I didn't know. Carlos, man, thank you for
you just make stuff and it's whatever, and it's literally looks like a 3-year-old did it.
I have a 4-year-old. All right, let's get started with this first super of the night. Then we're going to get into this game, obviously. Carlos, thank you. So we talked about this today a lot on the radio, Carlos. I'm glad you started here. He says Soto is not back until he hits an opposite field home run. Encouraged about today, but he still pulls a lot. First of all, I want to say, Carlos, when we were there together Saturday, the home run he did hit in Mexico City, okay,
maybe
with an asterisk, was, to the left of center. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's pulled more than you probably would like, but these 6 games, we had the numbers earlier, Jim. I mean, these are 6 good games. This isn't 2 good games or 3 good games, and it's not a full season, but I mean, the 6 games he's played here, what does he have, 1,400 OPS in his last 6 games?
Yeah, pretty good.
So, I mean, would you say... I agree with him. I don't think anyone's saying he's fully 100% back, but what do we need to see? We need to see an opposite field home run. Is there anything else we need to see? Consistency.
Here's the thing. His start of this season and his last 2 months of last year were really bad. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he needs to really make up some ground here for Padres fans that are still upset with his production, so to say. But you have to start somewhere, and what better way to start than these last 6 games where he is on a freaking tear?
He's on a tear.
I mean, not to the extent of 4 home runs in his last 6 games. True. And 15 RBIs, not that kind of tear.
30 on base percentage in his last 6 games.
Is 1,400 OPS.
Yeah.
It's a different type. Juan Soto is a guy that's going to hit you 26 home runs and give you 85 RBIs and have a OPS of 450 and a OPS
on base of 450 and OPS of 900 plus.
Right. That is the type of season you want from Juan Soto. He's never going to give you 35 and 120.
Not in San Diego, probably.
He's just probably not. I mean, he absolutely could do that because he's that good. But if you get a guy that hits 280 with 23 home runs and 75 RBIs this year, and his OPS is pushing 900. That's a great season from Juan Soto.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a $500 million future.
No,
No, I mean that's a very nice year. That's a $20 million a year player. I'm going to need more than 23 home runs out of Juan Soto in a full season if he's healthy. I think he's capable of it. He's hit 5 in a fifth of a season. But yeah,
if he gave all that in a if he gave you all of that in an OPS of 980.
Oh, 980 is huge. I don't know if he's going to do that.
Like if he hits like 30 doubles and
a million walks,
his on base percentage is like 450.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely take it this year. I still think you'd probably question, paying him, the Brinks truck $500 million deal. 980 OPS is a huge year. But if it's more like an 890 OPS with 23 home runs and 75 RBIs, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to think long and hard about it. Let's get to Dante's good comment and his super chat. Thank you, Dante. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe and thank you for the super chats. Click the $sign below the chat box. He says, in your opinion, I think that's what that means. Is that what IYO means, Jim?
Yes.
IYO. What does Sullivan have to do to overtake Nola? I don't know if he's going to overtake Nola. It was a really good game, and he plays good defense. He might get more of a percent of the games, but you're going to get Campusano back too. And I saw some people talking about the idea that you could keep Sullivan on the roster. He played some outfield last year. He's played some infield. Maybe you carry him as a third catcher. But I don't think he's going to be the primary catcher unless there's injuries. And even if there are injuries, you're going to go outside probably to find a primary catcher.
Right. Yeah. Brett Sullivan's done a nice job up here.
Oh, yeah.
But to all of a sudden say you're the everyday catcher, it's basically where you don't want to overreact to one game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brett Sullivan, he's a nice player, but I think him in a backup role is fine. Everyday catcher, no. And I know everyone hates Nola, but guess what? Bob Melvin would choose Nola over Sullivan to catch a big game, I feel like. And that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, I mean, Nola caught every inning of the postseason last year, and it was a pretty good postseason. So I don't think they've given up on Nola because he can't hit. Not in May, would be my guess. Jake, man, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for your super chat and your membership. So Jake says Soto's home run was straight away. Are we talking about the one in Mexico?
That was like a left center, dude.
I don't know if it was left center, but it was to the left of center.
It wasn't fully left center. It was like center field on the left. Like, you know what I mean? Like
the left side of center.
Yeah. Dude, I'm editing this picture right now.
And I see Carlos saying the Mexico City one and which one else. No, he's been pulling the ball. There's no question about it. He's absolutely been pulling the ball. You're putting the new photo up?
Dude, how did you? This photo is so
I was wondering why you sent it to me, but I didn't say anything.
It must have not like downloaded or something on your phone.
I'm not kidding. I mean, I'll show you my phone tomorrow.
You have an iPhone 6, dude.
And it's like an 8. I'm getting a new one.
Yeah, and they're on like 15.
I'm going to get a new one in the next couple of years. Carlos, thanks again. He says, if I see another AB by Odor, I might lose my mind. I don't care if he made a play today. He's done. Not only did he make a play, he had a big bunt in this game. He had a bunt base hit to raise his batting average like 1,000 points since he's hitting nothing. He did make a ranging play today. I thought he made a pretty good defensive play. Listen, Odor is only going to be here because he's here until they have a better option. For example, this Sullivan thing I'm talking about. If you get Campusano back, you can keep Sullivan as your third catcher. He can play a little bit of outfield. He can play around the field in general, and maybe Odor's gone.
Right.
Odor's not going to be on this team for 162 games. He's not going to be a key contributor even off the bench. He's just the last guy in your roster right now.
Guys, they won 7-1 today.
Oh no, don't get Carlos started with this.
I love you, Carlos, but let's not complain about Rougned Odor and Austin Nola today.
Carlos, kill him.
I'm just saying. Like, we got the Dodgers coming up here this weekend. The Padres have won 9 of the last 15 games. They're 9-4 since Tatis has returned. Or sorry,
9 of the last 13.
9 of the last 13. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do math. They have won what? 1, 2. Well, they lost the Cubs series. Yeah, 3 of the last 4 series they've won. Yeah. They're scoring runs. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. They're pitching well. You got guys like Soto heating up. I mean, Bogarts just got done with a 30-game on-base streak. Tatis,
which should have extended if not for the unique play, right?
Yeah. Tatis was on a 9-game hitting streak. He's back. Musgrove's back. It's all good.
Carlos, follow up. Cam, thank you. So how about this? Cam is literally watching from the air. He's watching from 30,000 feet on a flight inbound to San Diego. Great win today. Is there a catcher controversy in the clubhouse? Bring on LA, LFGSD. I wouldn't think there's a catching controversy. First of all, Cam, that's amazing that you're able to watch us in the air.
That's great.
Because half the time when I have the internet in the air, I can't even download an image.
You can't download an image when you're not in the air.
Right. That might be more on me though. I think it's a good series because you won the series. I know it's the lowly Reds, but you won the series. Is there a catcher contra? I don't think there. I really don't. I mean, if Sullivan goes out for the next 10 games and produces each of those 10 games, okay, we can talk about it. But I don't think there's a catching controversy. Am I missing something, Jim?
No, it's one game.
And Campusano is going to be back, and he's going to be catching. They're not going to not play Campusano because of Brett Sullivan or put Campusano in AAA but because of Brett Sullivan. Campusano is going to be on the big league roster when he's healthy.
I mean, Brett Sullivan would need to hit a home run in his next 5 outings.
That'd be nice.
And then they're like, well, you know what? Okay. And he needs to catch, and he can't just do it on offense. He needs to catch a good game as well.
Mm-hmm. I think he's a good backstop. I think he's a good defensive catcher.
Yeah, who knows? But after one game, I'm not all of a sudden just because he had 4 RBIs today and he looked way more confident in the plate.
His first career home run.
Yeah, I mean,
Nola's got double that in his career. He's got 2 home runs.
4. Yeah.
Thank you again, Cam, and thank you, Gus. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. Okay, we talked about this today on the radio, Jim. This is a very good topic to jump off on. Need to make up our minds. Either this weekend matters or it doesn't. Can't celebrate if we win 2 out of 3, but say it doesn't matter if we lose 2 out of 3. Which is it?
I wonder who also sent that same exact text to us today.
Gus, thank you for texting in to the radio show. I think it's a great point. I think it's an interesting discussion. I would just say no matter what happens this weekend, I wouldn't overreact to it. It's May. And we saw last year that the importance of the regular season gets downgraded when you meet in the postseason. So, yeah, I mean, it's the Dodgers. You should be excited. I mean, if they win this series, I think it's reason for celebration to some extent because if you won the Red Series, it's a bigger series than the Red Series, obviously. But if they lose 2 out of 3, I don't need to go down the rabbit hole of here we go again. They can't beat the Dodgers in the regular season. Okay, well, they beat them in the postseason, and it's May.
Yeah, you can do both here. You can celebrate 2 out of 3, and then you can also be upset of losing 2 or 3 and keeping it in context. You don't have to sky's falling, here we go again, same old line. But you can be upset with if they lose 2 or 3, how they played. Absolutely, you can be. Because you're going to hear people say that if they lose 2 or 3 here, or God forbid they get swept, that it doesn't matter. Just look at the postseason last year and look what happened.
Yeah, that was me.
Look at the last regular season that they didn't beat the Dodgers at all in the regular season, and then they beat them in the postseason. So why should we care if they lose 2 or 3 to the Dodgers?
Yeah, I'm
not like that. I can't be. John knows this. You all know that. If they lose 2 or 3 to the Dodgers, I'll be upset about it. And I'll tell you, hey, that team, the Padres did not play well this weekend. And that needs to be better against better teams, especially in your division.
Yeah, okay. I like this topic. I want to get to Carlos, who weighs in on it. Carlos, thank you again for your super chat. Thanks for hanging out tonight. He says the Dodgers, they're starting to scare me, as they should. They've won 6 straight. They're playing good. Their player development is crazy. Yeah, they continue to bring up top prospects. This weekend is key to see if the Padres are legit. Again, you used the cliche earlier on John and Jim, measuring stick.
Yeah.
It is important because we think the Padres could win the World Series. So we don't want to see them losing series to anyone, including the LA Dodgers. So it is important. I would just say, let's not put all our eggs in the basket. I mean, shoot, they meet again the next weekend at Dodger Stadium. So you could lose 2 out of 3 this weekend, win 2 out of 3 next weekend, or vice versa. So, I do think it's important. I think the expectations are high. I think the Padres are capable of being as good as the Dodgers this year. They're going to have to show that on field. You don't want to fall far behind in the division. right? You don't want to fall 3, 4, 5 games out in the division. So, yeah, there's a level of importance here, but I wouldn't put too much importance on this series. I would completely say that, the season's obviously the season's not on the line, but let's give it value, but let's be careful not to give it too much value.
When I got really upset last year that this team lost 3 of 4 in LA, that was in like July, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginning of May.
Right.
I'm with you. Let's not take too much out of this series, because if you remember in 2021, the Padres, I think, started 7-3 against the Dodgers.
Yeah, and then lost 9 straight or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These teams are different. These teams are going to get way different. Like the team that you see this weekend is not going to be the same team after the All-Star break or even a month from now. It just won't. Same thing with the Dodgers. Both these teams will improve their rosters regardless at the trade deadline. And with injuries and
face each other, and they won't face each other a lot, to be honest. After next week, Jim, they play 6 times.
Right.
The rest of the year.
But I mean, the core of this team is still there. I mean, you're facing Kershaw, May, and Urias. Those 3 guys aren't going anywhere unless they get hurt, So I would just like to see them play well this weekend. I think this team and I think these players are looking at this series as a big series. I don't know if you saw what Joe Musgrove said after the game today. Joe Musgrove, on facing the Dodgers for the first time since the NLCS, said fans are proud of what they did and feel like the tables have turned. Said they felt confident last year and again this year. It's all talk up until this point. Now it's time to go out there and do our job.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I don't want to hear the cliche like it's just another series, it's just another team in town.
No, it's more than it's more than that, but it is also 3 out of 162, and you always have to think about that in a baseball year. You can't say something's a failure based on a 3-game series out of 162 unless literally your season's on the line.
No one's
Let's see how it plays out. There's going to be overreaction all over the place, including from us, even though we're saying there won't. But there'll be overreaction. I can see it. Vector, thank you. Vector 53 with the super chat. He says, glad they won the series. Need momentum for LA. Well, if there's one thing they have, I think it's momentum. I mean, since Tatis has returned, this team has played like one of the top 3 to 5 baseball teams in the majors. They're good. I mean, they're 9-4 in their last 13 games. So they have momentum. I'm glad they won the series too. It would have been a really bad series to lose. You shouldn't lose series at home to the Reds. You just should not. So I do think they have some momentum. Both teams are off tomorrow. Both teams are throwing good starters this weekend. And hopefully with the home field advantage and playing in front of 42,000 primarily Padres fans, hopefully they can win this series.
I agree.
All right, let's continue on here with the supers, including from our longtime viewer, HBVV, BRBF, BBFBN. I don't even think that's right, but whatever. Thank you for your super, HBVV. Doyer players are the squarest, blandest in the major leagues. What do you have to say about that?
Did you see how like the entire team went on paternity leave because they all were having babies at the same time?
Yeah, it was all at the All-Star game last year in LA, right?
Did they all have just like one giant Dodger orgy and like all got pregnant at the same time?
I don't know because I haven't seen it. Like, I don't know if that's on video or like, what? No, I don't think that's what happened. My guess is they all, well, here's how I know it works. 9 months after, you're typically, sometimes sooner than that, sometimes later than that.
After the sexual intercourse?
Yeah, I don't need like whatever you're doing. But you know what I'm saying?
I hope someone clips that.
No, please don't clip that. That was like scary.
Ben, if you're in the chat, please clip that.
Even if you're not, watch it on replay.
Someone clip that.
Someone
please.
Tag Ben and say, hey, at the 20-minute mark or 1945 mark, Jim's an idiot. Yes, but there are like 5 Dodgers from 2022 that all are having children within the same like 7-day window, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. I mean,
they all know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a little planning going on there, right?
You think they were like, hey, this is the big weekend.
It's all getting knocked up. It's all
you got the extra time. You got like 4 days off.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure. I mean, it is fine. They can do, they can have children. They're allowed, even though they play for the Dodgers. Jake, thanks again. He says, Jim, check your Twitter, and you have this Soto home run was to the left of center by a good 20 feet.
Yeah,
it's okay. Jim accepts your apology.
I said, yeah, it's okay. I forgive you.
Juan Soto walks. Thank you for your super chat. He says Tatis owns Kershaw. Not moved. What's the not moved part?
Like, I'm not moved by Kershaw pitching
Yeah,
on
nobody's
Friday.
moved by Kershaw at this point. But the facts are the facts. Clayton Kershaw in the regular season, even late in his career, has been good in regular seasons. I don't know the career numbers of Tatis off Clayton Kershaw. We could look those up.
Dude, Kershaw's 5-1 with a 1.89 ERA this year.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's always, he's good. Look at his career numbers. They're a joke.
And Joe's got a 10 ERA because it's freaking Mexico.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the betting lines this weekend. How many of these games are the Padres favored? How many? Dodgers have won 6 straight. Dodgers will be favored in 1 or 2 of these games, I'm sure. That'd be my guess.
You just don't want the Dodgers to continue this hot streak to go like last year they were like 50-10 at some, you know what I mean? It's some crazy ass number.
Yeah. And then it's done. If they go on, you said, if this 6-game winning streak turns into a 16-1 over 17 games,
then it's like
you're really in trouble.
Yeah, especially if you're still playing, around 500 and you're only like 4 or 5 games over, and then the Dodgers end up going 15 games over.
Yeah, and they do it through you because they're playing you 2 of the next 3 series, so they go 5-1 against you.
Yeah, so that's a problem.
Yeah, and that shouldn't happen. I think the Padres are too good for that to happen. I really do. But we'll find out on field. Carlos, thank you again, and let's follow up on this topic because it's a good one. He says it's not make or break for the season. I agree, but I have the expectation to win the division this year. On paper, we're better, and the Dodgers scare me because they can get hot and never look back. Exactly what we're talking about on cue. They can. Basically every year, Jim, in the last 10, they've had a stretch where they probably have had a 16-3 run. Literally, I bet if we look at the last 10 years, they've had a 16-4 run in like 9 of those 10 years.
They're like the best regular season team
ever.
One of the best regular season teams ever for a prolonged stretch of time.
Yeah,
of like a decade. Now they're a bunch of chokers in the postseason,
no doubt.
They never live up to the hype. But the way they roll in the regular season is kind of insane.
Yeah, it's stupid, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. I don't think they'll be anywhere near 111 wins, but I don't know. I hope I'm right. I think it's more like they're coming back to earth. I think they'll. Yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win 80 games. They're going to win more than that. But if they go from 111 to 94, it leaves the door open.
Yeah,
for San Diego to have a good year.
Right. And the Dodgers are on pace for high 90 wins right now.
Right? That happened quick. They were 500 6 days ago.
And they've gone
6-0.
6-0, and they just swept the Phillies.
Yeah, right. And they scored 36 runs in the 3-game series against the Phillies.
And Freddie Freeman's hot now, and Mookie Betts, and Max Muncy, I think, leads the league in home runs. And
like Carlos says, they scare me too. They should scare you. That makes sense. With all that being said, Padres proved last October that they are capable, of doing this. And we'll see if they're able to get off on the right foot or not this weekend.
And if you're the Dodgers, I think that this series means more to them than the Padres, just because if I'm a player on that team and I was on that team last year in the postseason, I'm going to this series is like, let's give these guys a quick little like tap on the head. Like, that's cute what you guys did last year. That was a fluke. That's not going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like the Dodgers are feeling like going into the series with moving Julio Urias up to Sunday. You can't tell me you cannot tell me that they don't view this series as like I just said, a series to tell the Padres like that was cute last year. It was a fluke. That ain't happening again.
Well,
unfortunately, that's how they feel.
Unfortunately for them, they can only do so much this weekend. I don't care what they do this weekend. It doesn't take away, obviously, from what happened last October.
But what I mean is, it's not just this weekend for the Dodgers. It's every time they face the Padres this year.
Yeah,
like they're going to do everything in their power to line up the best pitching matchups that they have, which they've done this weekend, and put the best lineups they have out there, and not have like a day where like, oh, we're gonna rest Freddie Freeman today. Like today you can rest Manny Machado versus the Reds. Like
Right.
they're not gonna
No,
do
there's
that.
no resting for either team in this series. And here's the thing: Padres better be up for it too. I mean, you got veteran
Yeah.
leaders in huge contracts.
Well, that's what I was
Like,
gonna say.
yeah,
Like,
I
you
mean,
gotta be ready for what the Dodgers are gonna bring.
yeah, and they should be. I mean, they really should be. Not to say that they should win 2 out of 3. Or they should. No, I think it's gonna be a good series, and someone's gonna win 2 out of 3 is my guess. And I think it's gonna be a good series. Bunt God Grish, thank you for the super chat. He says, I hope we brawl with the Dodgers and Odor cements his Padre legacy. What a legacy it is, by breaking Max Muncy's jaw.
Jesus.
That would be a big moment for Odor, since like he hasn't really done anything else. I don't know. Do we need a first weekend brawl against the Dodgers?
How is Odor still on this roster?
Well, what other options do you really have? Brandon Dixon? Like, who's your position player of the day? I think it's get Campusano back and keep Sullivan up.
I agree.
Right? Because Odor does nothing and doesn't play. Well, why would you ever need him? You have like the greatest middle infielders in baseball history. You're like just infielders everywhere. So I don't think you need him. HBVV, thank you again for the super. He says, hide all hot Cheetos in San Diego to keep Doyer fans away. Is that the solution?
Do they just like hot Cheetos?
I don't know. Can someone please follow up on that?
I like Cheetos.
Do you like hot Cheetos?
They're okay. They're not really hot, though.
Do you like the Dodgers?
No, I fucking hate the Dodgers.
Okay, so then it's not all people that like hot Cheetos. Thank you.
But I'm like, no.
Jared, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your membership and your super. Soto begins his MVP campaign on Friday. No, I think it began. If he's on the campaign, I think he already began it 6 days ago. But it's not going to be easy.
We both said, even with his shit April, he could still win an MVP.
Of course.
It's not like out of the realm. He doesn't go off the next 4 months.
Let's get back to the supers in one moment. I want to remind our viewers about what is pinned at the top of the chat here tonight. And then we need to tell our viewers about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance as well. But take a look at this on screen right now. It's kind of large on the screen, isn't it? Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
If you click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat, you will be pre-ordering, potentially. I mean, you have to purchase it, but you can pre-order the Juan Soto Padres 2023 City Connect bobblehead. Here's the deal. There are only 444. It will sell out. The Tatis City Connect bobblehead that was also just put up today has already sold out.
Scroll down a little bit, John, because his face is all. This is my first time doing this stuff. There you go. Good job.
So there it is. It's a really nice looking product from Foco, our brand new partner here on the Wrap Up Show. It's a Juan Soto City Connect bobblehead. There are 444 of them. It's 1,277 pesos, according to my screen, which is 70 US dollars. This will sell out. If you want this item, you need to purchase it. The Tatis City Connect already sold out today. They put it up today. So this will sell out. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. So if you want this product, click that link, pick it up. Jim, you've had Foco products for years. You love their bobbleheads. And here's one of this is a really cool design with City Connect.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset I didn't get the Tatis one, to be honest with you, because that one was freaking amazing. You see the quality here. I mean, you can see the wrinkles on Juan Soto's face.
Yep.
Like the quality of these bobbleheads are absolutely amazing. They're the best quality that you can get out there. They're the most authentic, and it's licensed by all of these sports leagues to get the best quality bobblehead out there. And if you like bobbleheads, then like literally go no further than Foco. It's the go-to place to get your bobbleheads.
Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, Padres fans, children.
Or you just want to buy something for your man cave or your girl cave. Whatever. Right. Girl cave?
I don't know. Maybe girl caves. I don't know.
Sure. I don't know.
Again, click the link pinned at the top of the chat right now. If you want the Juan Soto City Connect bobblehead from Foco, it will sell out. It is a limited edition item. There are 444, and that's it.
Imagine if they did Foco Pops like the like whatever bobbleheads in Mexico City.
Wait, what?
You didn't see these?
Which statues?
the bobbleheads that were like out on the street.
Oh, those were terrible.
And
Yes,
it was
I
like,
saw those.
I was like, who the hell is
What
that?
the
I was like, oh,
hell
it's
are
Juan
those?
Soto.
No, that wasn't Juan Soto. That was like John Soto. Just like
This is
some random dude.
John Sato.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the chat.
He lives in Mira Mesa.
Jake, thank you for your support of the channel and your membership. He says, except for the Mickey Mouse, for their Mickey Mouse ring, that doesn't count. Yeah, the postseasons, right? I mean, they've failed miserably in the postseasons. I mean, look at their last 20 postseasons. They have not been good.
Hear me out. Okay.
Okay.
Hear me out on this conspiracy theory, because I like a little good conspiracy theory.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Mickey Mouses, Jake.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the piñata that was hit today in the Padres clubhouse by Brett Sullivan?
Mickey, was it?
It was Mickey Mouse. And who did the Padres play next? Oh, that's right. The Doyers.
You think there's a tie there, or was it just because piñatas are like mouses?
Well, if you've seen the piñatas that they've hit so far, they've all been Disney characters. I'm not saying that has anything to do with the Doyers, but
I need like a 30 for 30 on the piñatas they've hit so far.
Here, I have a talk. I'll find where it is.
Okay, you find that. That's a very interesting conspiracy. Does anyone buy into that? That tonight's piñata was because the Dodgers are coming up, so they decided to use a Mickey Mouse inspired piñata.
All right, so here's the piñata so far. Shout out to Justice Parman. He does those amazing hype videos.
We need a piñata website.
Yeah, you need to follow him at Justice Parman on Twitter. Justice is, I mean, this guy's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz Lightyear was the first one.
Who'd they beat initially? The Giants?
Yeah, Giants.
No tie there.
A traditional red-orange piñata was on Sunday.
Okay.
The other night, I thought it was Sonic the Hedgehog. It was actually Captain America.
Captain America. Does that have anything to do with the Cincinnati Reds?
No.
Okay. And then today, Mickey Mouse?
Today, Mickey Mouse.
Interesting. Is that an unwritten rule to hit a piñata of Mickey Mouse before playing the Dodgers? I don't think so. Carlos, thank you again for the super. Let's get back to the chat here. It says 36 runs. I'm still waiting for a series where we just flat out dominate. Those low-scoring games scream inconsistency. We need to get locked in. Now, I think, again, Mexico City's tough because it's like the crazy elevation. I think they've been scoring at a better clip since the return of Tatis, right, Jim? I mean, the Arizona series, they didn't hit great as a team, but they had some high-scoring games.
So they were
Mexico City, they scored. This week against the Reds, 2 of the 3 games they scored. So I'm not saying they scored 36 runs like the Dodgers just did against the Phillies because they didn't. But I do think the offense is improving right now, especially with what we saw the first couple of weeks.
Well, they do have 2 shutouts in this stretch.
Do they really?
Against Arizona, they lost 9-0, and then Chicago game 1 without 6-0.
Okay.
And then last night was pathetic offensively.
Yeah, 1 run 0 for 12. Yeah.
But if you take away those 3 games,
other than that,
they've scored 7 runs, 5 runs, 7 runs, 5 runs, 2
16.
runs, 16, and then 6, and then 8, and then 1 yesterday, and 7.
Yeah, no, your point's valid, Carlos. I mean, I think the offense, again, the way I've been watching it, I feel like it's been improved from the first couple of weeks, but maybe not vastly.
Much better than what it was at the start of the year. Much better.
Yeah, I think so. Now they got to continue it. And this weekend's a good test. When you face good starting pitching, you can't score combined 5 runs in this series. They need to score. I mean, yeah, I don't want to see them go 1 run, 3 runs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they need to do better than that, even though it's good starting pitching. They have a good lineup. They need to be able to hit good starting pitching. That's what good lineups do.
Yeah.
Jared, thank you again, man. I meant because everyone will take notice. Okay, so what was this in reference to? Going back in the supers, Jared. When he said Soto begins his MVP campaign Friday, makes sense. Yes.
Oh, everyone will notice it.
Yeah, you don't launch it against the Reds.
Yeah.
It's like a Heisman campaign.
I hit 3 home runs against the Reds. Like, okay, great.
Yeah, nobody starts their Heisman campaign against Youngstown State. It typically starts against Ohio State. So, yeah, there's something to be said for that. And there is
Youngstown State. Bryce Young throws 7 touchdowns versus Youngstown State.
Right.
Is he the Heisman frontrunner?
It's like, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Enzo, what's going on? Thank you. He says, the Dodgers have been a thorn in my side. last postseason aside, we have to start showing we can beat these guys consistently in the regular season. This is this very interesting talking point of conversation. I would say yes, preferably, but if they go 3-9 in the regular season and beat them again in the postseason, I would tell you who cares? Again, in the now, you don't want to go 3-9. But if you have the benefit of knowing the future and knowing you beat them again in the postseason, I'm not going to be overly concerned about what goes on in the regular season in this series. Maybe that makes me an outlier. I don't know.
Why do you hate regular? Why do you hate regular season baseball?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, I know. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I just, if they lose 2 or 3, and it's how they look, more importantly.
I agree with that.
Because when they lost 3 or 4 to the Dodgers last year in LA, they looked really bad. That's mostly why I was. I mean,
that wasn't 3 out of 4, Jim. That was getting swept after the Soto trade.
Oh, that's right. They did. Yeah. Sorry,
that was sweet.
I know they lost a 3 out of 4 series in there somewhere too.
Oh, they did. Well. I'm sure, but they were swept.
Yeah, and it was the circumstances. You just traded for Soto and Bell and Drury, and Soto and Machado did jack shit. And then after the game, he's like, "I'm fucking Manny Machado. I can be ball." Like,
and you guys like, "Oh hell, you are!"
Like you just got swept, and you went like 1 for 30 in the series, bro.
And then from there on, he was like the greatest player in baseball.
Better
than the greatest player in baseball. Like, all right, pull down that super for a moment. Thank you again, guys, for the supers. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter. Thank you for the supers. A great way to support this channel. Click the $sign below the chat box. Also, if you're looking for a way to support this channel, contact Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance the next time you have any insurance need. As simple as that. The next time you have an insurance need, get in contact with Mark. He's a great insurance agent. I've got my homeowners, my life insurance, and my earthquake insurance through Mark. He has saved my family literally thousands of dollars because we had a claim in here in 2022. He saved us thousands just by switching your insurance. You can save hundreds and hundreds of dollars. He does it all. There's a link in the description down below where you can get to the website that you see. You can get a quote online, but auto, home, business, life, condo, renters, earthquake, whatever it is, a new policy, he'll save you money. A renewal, he'll save you money. He's a great insurance agent with great service, great communication, huge Padres fan, lifelong San Diegan, does business in our community. If you're looking for a way to support this channel, please support partners that support us, like Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. And by the way, Mark told me earlier today, he met with a client who found him on the wrap-up show, and this has happened numerous times. And the client listens to us, Jim, the day after the games on replay on YouTube. His name is JP or Jim P. So, Jim, shout out. Thank you for watching. Wow. Thanks for supporting Mark.
Thanks,
for anyone that's here. Call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He'll talk to you about your insurance. So thank you, Mark, for your support as the title sponsor.
Yeah, all his information's above my head. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to our buddy Mark, let him know that the wrap-up show sent you, just like JP did.
Let him know.
Let him know.
HBVV, what's going on, man? We saw this, didn't we, Jim? I saw it somewhere. I'm sure you did it as well. There's a video of kids in the Dominican praying for Soto to get things going on offense. It was a few days ago.
I did see that. Yeah, that's
I love kids.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Like, Juan, you're only making $23 million this year. For you to get the full 440,
all we ask you to do is hit a couple more home runs, please.
Yeah, come on, man. Get that on base percentage up. Hit the ball. Stop walking.
Your WRC plus up, please.
Yes, exactly. Jake, thanks again, man, for your membership and your support of the channel in this super chat. He says, what's better, seriously, having Sully go back to El Paso, keeping Odor on the bench, or cutting Odor and having Sully ride the pine to get one game every 15 days? See, I think that, and Jake, it's a good question, I think they would actually play Sullivan as a 4th, 5th outfielder. And I think he played some infield as well. But, I think that if Sullivan stays, they'll find some opportunities for him. I'm not saying he's going to play a lot, but he'll play more often than one every 15 days. So I'd probably keep Sullivan over Odor because I just don't understand the role that Odor is going to play.
Yeah, I don't either, but I also don't see Sullivan playing much after that.
There's always a last guy, you know what I mean, on your team.
And right. I mean, you can make the case either way. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a veteran on your bench that can play multiple positions in the infield, on a pinch, and he can also play the outfield? Or would you rather have a rookie catcher that I don't know if he can play multiple positions other than catcher on your bench? I mean, and also with Luis Campusano as your you have 3 catchers. Do you want to have 3 catchers?
I don't mind it because it gives you flexibility, DH.
And I get that, because the other side of that too is if you have 3 catchers, you have it because you just don't trust that Luis Campusano can stay healthy, because he's had some injury history here.
Or you could just pinch hit for Nola.
True.
Where you wouldn't typically do that because you only have 2 catchers.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to 3 catchers. Who was carrying 3 catchers? The Reds. Reds were carrying 3 catchers.
Oh, wow.
Carlos, and look at the Reds. I mean, it's one of baseball's great teams.
Johnny
So
Bench
what the Reds are doing is what the Padres should be doing. Carlos, thanks again, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight down in Mexico. He says the real games start in October, but I don't want to see an effing wild card this year. Last year was a good run, but don't tell me we wouldn't take a bye week. I'm trying to think, how did the bye weeks work last year? It worked out well in the American League. Houston won the World Series off a bye week. In the National League, did the 2 teams both lose with the byes? They did, because it was Phillies against Padres in the NLCS. Who else won with a bye? Someone in the American League. Who did the Astros play in the ALCS last year?
Was it the Yankees?
I was wondering that too. Who the hell did the Astros play in the ALCS? The New York Yankees.
The Yankees, okay.
And they swept them.
That's right.
But the Yankees had a bye, didn't they?
I don't think so. Oh, yes. They barely had a bye.
So hard to remember anything.
I don't remember what I did yesterday. I don't remember what I did this morning.
I know. No, I'd take the bye week, Carlos. Absolutely.
But look what happened. But also look what happened with teams with the bye. Like you just said,
Dodgers.
It's a tricky thing. You just hope you're playing. You just hope that if you are playing your best baseball to win your division and you get the opportunity at a bye, you just hope it doesn't bite you in the ass. And it's tough because you get basically a week off.
Correct. I'm looking. Okay, let me just look at these damn playoffs from last year.
Cardinals with the Phillies.
Wild card series was Guardians, Rays, Cardinals, Phillies, Mariners, Jays, Padres, Mets. Division series. So that means the Yankees had a bye, the Astros had a bye, the Dodgers had a bye.
Every team that was.
Did the Braves have a bye?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Because they beat the Mets in the division by a couple of games.
Yeah, that's right. And then the Braves lost the Phillies with a bye. The Dodgers lost the Padres with a bye. But in the American League, the Yankees had a bye and won their first round, and the Astros had a bye and they won the World Series.
There you go.
So jury's still out.
Yeah.
But I mean, you take the bye, of course. You want to play less games. I mean, wouldn't you prefer to win the March Madness playing 5 games, not 6? Of course. I think you would. I mean, it's easier.
If it was 5 last year, the Aztecs would have won the national championship.
I like that. That would have been awesome.
Let's just call it right now, like UCF in football. The Aztecs actually won the national championship last year, John.
Okay. We're just getting right. That last game.
That last game didn't count. I mean,
that doesn't count.
It was like an NBA team over there. Like
stupid.
It was like a scrimmage. It was a glorified scrimmage.
With, right.
With 20 million people watching.
That's 100% right. Has anyone mentioned today's game? Padres won. Brett Sullivan homered for the first time. Juan Soto had a bases clearing double. Seth Lugo pitched very well.
Seth Lugo.
Bullpen was good. You didn't have to use your A teams. You had a 7-1 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Won the series.
Bogart's 30-game on-base streak is done.
Over. Finito. He can switch his cleats, he said.
Manny's 0 for his last 9. Or, excuse me, Tatis is 0 for his last 9.
Wait, this is interesting. Okay, let's get this from Jake. Jake, thanks, man. So Reds, Great American Ballpark with Captain America. Okay, American. 100% Faye is right. Mickey Mouse equals Dodgers. By the way, I threw out a Dodgers fan because she started screaming and yelling at me and pushed me during a ride. Let's save the language, Jake. Leave it on YouTube. I don't know what to say. She shouldn't be screaming and yelling at you.
Yeah. Calm down there.
Yeah, but it's only May. Guys, it's only May. It's only May. No matter what the month is, let's be careful with the language. No, we have brought it up. We briefly touched. I said it was some. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it wasn't for Soto, then Bogart's streak would still be going at 31 games. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, if he just went to second,
right,
it'd have been fine because the ball was trapped.
Right.
And then here's his base running mistake though. He didn't wait for the ball to be like either caught definitively or on a one hop. Now he might have not been able to see it, but it was pretty definitive that it was a one hop into his glove. Right?
I mean, I didn't see it live.
Dude, it was so funny.
What I was thinking in the moment.
It was so funny because all you see as the ball's thrown in is just like Juan Soto running across the screen. And you're like, what the hell's going on here?
I mean, it does definitely suck to Quan's point. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? You know, I mean, it sucks. Yeah. But then freaking Bogart's postgame was like, I need to play better. I'm like, no, you don't. You should have had a hit today. You've been on base 30 consecutive games. Everyone's going to have a game where they don't reach base, by the way. Nobody's ever reached base every game in a season. So, whatever. We watch baseball long enough. We see things like that happen. So, yeah, Quan, you're right. It's a bad break that you can live with because the Padres won the game. And yeah, it sucks. I mean, I'm a stats guy. I love that for like the game notes. I love that he's reached in 30 straight. He's reached in 40 straight. That would have been great. But unfortunately, that came to an end. At least it came to an end in a win as opposed to a loss, you know?
I need to plug my computer in. Hold on.
Okay, great. You do that. And while Jim does that, I want to remind our viewers about our partner, Aura, and their co-founder, Will, who's a San Diegan and a massive Padres fan and has offices right here in Liberty Station. And they've got this great company that has plant-based products, including proteins and probiotics. I take their probiotic every day for digestion. You really should be taking a probiotic if you're anywhere near my age. It's going to help you. It's going to help you in a number of ways: mental health, clarity, digestion. So grab their probiotic. It's plant-based. They've got pre-workout supplements. If you're working out, you should be taking those. They have post-workout proteins. They have omega-3 oils. If you take a fish oil, I mean, they literally have something for everyone. Immunity pills, sleep pills, and there's much more in there. Just check out their website. There's a link in the description down below. You can go to ora.organic, and you can see all their products, and it's for whomever, yourself, your spouse, your family, your friends. Everyone's looking to get healthier. This is a great way to do it. And again, it's a great way to support our channel. And if you want to support a local business that does business with us right here in Southern California, in San Diego, please check out Aura at ora.organic.
Yep. Go there right now, www.aura.organic, to live a healthy lifestyle. They have everything you need. If you want to feel healthier and feel better about yourself, and you wanted to start taking supplements, but you don't know where to go here, try some stuff out. If you don't like it, that's fine. But you know what? I bet you will like it because it'll make you feel better. And because all of their products are plant-based and organic, it's cleanest on the market. Help out Will, who is a lifelong Padres fan, and he would greatly appreciate if you just go pick up a couple supplements. Go to his website, www.aura.organic. Get his stuff, John. What are we going to do? What do we tell people?
You'll thank us later.
You'll thank us later.
You're going to definitely thank us.
Like, oh, dude, I can't believe you guys. I didn't try this sooner. This stuff is amazing. I feel so much better.
Right. You'll thank us later in the future. Once you get it, you will thank us. Faye, I'm with you. I'm like, wait, what? What are you apologizing for? You know, but that's a leader. I mean, the guy's won multiple World Series and been a leader on teams that have won a World Series. He hasn't been the 26th guy. He's been a star on World Series winners. So that's what the Padres got. That's a good thing to have.
You got a guy that from the second he showed up and the second that I ruined that press conference, you knew that the fans were going to love him. I mean, right after that press conference, besides me ruining it, what did we all talk about? Especially you. You said
the back of your head?
No. Before we found out the back of my head ruined everything.
I'm like, this is the greatest guy ever. I'm like, this guy's personality is unbelievable.
Yeah. You're like, this guy's amazing and everyone's going to love him.
I'm like, I love this dude.
Yeah.
And then like day one, he's like, man, I love the Aztecs. This backcourt's great. It's like, I don't watch basketball, but I'm like all into San Diego. I'm like, wait, what? You've been here for like 4 days and you like watching Aztec March Madness games?
And he's wearing like Aztecs, like Kawhi Leonard jerseys.
Like,
he's been here like 2 minutes.
Go win a World Series for another time. You can't put anything past Xander Bogaerts. The guy's a great player. He's had a very nice start to the season.
He's just great.
And he should be running a 31-game on-base streak. He's not, and the world will keep spinning, and the Padres won, and it's all good. Enzo, thank you again. He says, but Soto should have gone halfway between first and second if he wasn't sure, or looked to the third base coach, but at least we got the win. No doubt. I'm sure Bogaerts in the moment is not thrilled with Soto, and I'm sure Soto feels bad about it. Blunders happen on the bases. It's not the first time it's ever happened.
It's just funny, like when you watch the video, John. He's literally like the video shows I think the second baseman catching the relay throw. Juan's running one way, and then he runs back the other way. You're like, what? It's just funny. Like, go to find it. It's just funny to watch.
Let me see this stupid play.
All right, hold on. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
Yeah. Hold on. It's just funny to watch. Like, wait, what is Soto doing?
Guys, if you're here, subscribe. If you're here live or on replay, please subscribe. Padres over the Reds today, 7-1, winning the series. Oh, now you have to subscribe. Bless you. Bless you in the chat. Or like a nose emoji.
Where's Jesus Christ?
Or sneeze emoji, nose emoji. Bless you. Emoji.
Yes, bless me, bless you.
Thank you. Oh, you sent this to me. Okay, let me see this.
This play is so funny to watch because all of a sudden Soto's just like sprinting back. He's sprinting,
bro. Back. It's like so easily not caught.
So easily.
Where are you going?
He's just like,
and Bogaerts is so mad.
Like, what are you doing, bro?
That's so funny. Like, that's what you do, by the way, when that happens. Like, I'm serious. You go out and buy someone like a necklace. Like, that's Jesus. Like you just took away a hit. Like, think about it. What's a great year? 200 hits. One hit is like, I mean, it's 0.5% of your season. Like, I'm going out and buying someone like you're buying something for that guy.
I guarantee
you took a hit away from him.
Even after the game, Soto relayed like he was disappointed. And
I know. And Bogaerts took accountability for it. And like, Juan, where are you going? You're running the wrong way. Like, why are you going the wrong way?
So he has what, 34 hits this year?
Yeah, that would have been like
in 31 games.
That would have been like 3% of his hits though so far this season. Like, hits are, dude, you don't take anything for granted.
What's 34 times
5? 170. Do it. It's 170, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1/170th of his hit total for the year was taken away by Juan Soto running the wrong way today. Again, he's a $280 million player. He's a 2-time champion. He's in the middle of his career. He's fine. Now, if he ends up at $29.99, I would literally punch Juan Soto if I'm Xander Bogaerts. If he ends up with 2,999 career hits, then you're literally you're not going to be happy. But that's not going to happen.
Nope.
If I was guessing.
You know how hard it is to get 200 hits in a season now?
It's impossible because they're not playing the 160 games.
You need to average like what, 2 hits a game easily?
No, 2 hits a game would be 324. You idiot. Not even close. 2 hits a game. You're so dumb. No, it's like a hit a game. Just more than a hit a game.
What do you need to average? Like 4 home runs a game?
Yeah, 4 home runs will get you to 60.
It's like 60 home runs.
You're so dumb. What do you have to have? Like 2 RBIs a game to get to 100? No, about 10 every 16 games, actually.
So stupid.
You're so dumb.
I can't do math.
Like, Jim's an idiot in the chat. We actually have a shirt for that.
You're like two hits is actually 360 in the season.
No, it's 324.
Stupid 324.
Idiot. You're so dumb. Matt, thank you for your membership. Thank you for your super. Let me get to this. After this, Jim, can you pull up the t-shirts that we have for a night like tonight?
Yeah.
If Soto keeps like he has been the past week, I don't care as much about his mistake on the base paths. He's starting to look like his old self, in my opinion. No, 1,000%. What happened in the base pass is random, dumb, stupid luck. What's going on in the batter's box actually matters. What happened there on the bases will happen one time in Juan Soto's career, or two. What's happening in the batter's box is happening 5 times a game, right? These plate appearances are adding up, and if he's feeling good in the box, that's a huge win overall for the Padres. So again, not ideal situation. I'm sure for Bogart's sake, Soto wishes that didn't happen, but forget about that. What matters for Juan Soto right now is how he's feeling in the batter's box, and he's been better.
Much better. He looks more confident at the plate, even though there's been places here and there where it's like, swing the bat, bro.
Yep.
But you can tell like he feels more confident, and the trajectory is now pointing upward for him.
This is so funny. This makes me think Jim was definitely miscounting his drinks after the Warriors championship. Yeah,
Probably.
I had like one per quarter, so I had like one drink. I'm like, no, there's 4 quarters.
I had like 4 shots, and
I had one per 3-pointer, and they made 22 threes, so I had 11 drinks.
I shot a 3-pointer. Like they made 27 3-pointers, bro.
Pull up the t-shirts.
Okay. Stand by.
Okay.
My computer's very slow these days.
Buy a new one, be a man.
Okay, guys. So if you want to celebrate the Padres piñata and their sombreros, we have come up with shirts for that. The Good Vibes John and Jim shirt, sweatshirts, crop tops for our
You almost have to have a crop top.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might buy a crop top.
Right.
But the Good Vibes John and Jim t-shirt.
Pull that up. Can you make that bigger? Like, can you click on that? Yeah, click on that. The logo. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's dope.
Yeah, and I'm actually wearing a John and Jim shirt right now.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah. It'd be cool if you wore something, John and Jim, but just
okay.
So these shirts are, I'm telling you, this is the same color.
Jim is a shirt snob, and he wears this damn John and Jim shirt all the time because he loves the freaking feel of the shirt.
Because they're amazing. And I like to support our show, John, just letting you know. So get the John and Jim shirt, get the Good Vibes John and Jim sombrero.
Show me the other one.
And then also you got, this is like John's favorite shirt, but he won't like wear it.
I love this shirt so much.
Wear it, be a man. The City Connect Piñata
Look at that.
John and Jim shirt.
Click on the logo part to make it bigger.
It's a piñata.
Look at that.
It's a piñata. Come on, guys. You can't beat
freaking
that.
City Connect piñata. It's not just a piñata. Now we have the brown and yellow, or brown and gold, excuse me, piñata. Jim got ripped for saying brown and yellow yesterday.
Sorry.
But we got the piñata t-shirts, brown and gold, City Connect. Great way to support the channel. Wear them to Petco Park. When they arrive, tag us on social media. We'll give you a shout out.
And if you really want people to be like, what the hell are you wearing? Just get an Offada shirt. If you know, you know.
Where is Claire?
Yeah, just buy an Offada shirt.
Can you make a sombrero reach around shirt? I'd buy. Probably not.
I mean, I could.
Somebody just said, which one is John? I'm John.
I mean, we have other stuff here too, guys. We got the Wrap Up Show City Connect shirts. We got the Back of My Head shirt. We got the Wrap Up Show sign, which is actually right behind me shirt. And we got just regular Wrap Up Show logo shirts, Wrap Up Show sweatshirts, hats, stickers, the John and Jim shirt that I'm actually wearing right now. Look at this thing. Ready?
Look at that.
Look at this. I'm wearing it.
Yes. You're wearing it.
It's great. It's a great t-shirt. So
you're like a model.
If you want to support the channel, support us. We would love if you purchase just one shirt. Just one shirt.
One. You don't need to purchase 30. What if your whole wardrobe is just John and Jim merchandise? That'd be amazing.
Actually, Chad
is in the chat.
Yeah, Chad's like, "How's the back of Jim's head selling so far?" Pretty good. It's kind of crazy how many people have bought.
I think
the back of my head.
The leader might be the back of Jim's head, followed by Afta in terms of merchandise sold.
Absolutely,
on our, merch page so far.
Afta like skyrocketed.
Yeah, offer has been great. Click the link
Yeah.
again. It's in the chat right now if you want to check out our merch page and support this channel. We do appreciate it.
What's up,
Yeah,
dude? What's
did
up,
I even
Alex?
mention this to you about Alex? I think I texted it
Yeah,
to you.
you're like I saw Alex and I was in a
Like,
city of like 5 million people and I
no, it's a
found
city
him.
of 22 million, Mr. 324 hits. So, I mean, listen to this, guys. Listen to this in the chat. Our longtime viewer and listener, Alex Aguilar, is in Mexico City, and we were DMing back and forth about things to do. And I had a food tour on Friday, my wife and I, with a small group, like 4 people or 6 people. And we're just walking like aimlessly in the city. I mean, Mexico City. I mean, it's like New York on steroids. It's like bigger than New York City. And all of a sudden I hear John. And I look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Alex. He's having like breakfast or brunch with his friends and his wife. While I'm on this food tour. It was incredible. I just talked to him earlier in the day because we were DMing about those canals that Fernando Tatis was on before the Mexico City series. So, Alex, it was amazing seeing you. That was so cool. And he says, thank you for the super. He says, great seeing you in Mexico City, John. I haven't been as active in the YouTube chat, but I'll see you guys Friday at Blind Burrow. Awesome. Can't wait.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Cinco
I
de
want to catch up.
Mayo. It's going to be
I want to hear about
freaking
your
crazy.
trip, man. But yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Join us, Blind Burrow, San Diego Sports 760. We'll be there from 12 to 6. John and Jim from 3 to 6. There are food and drink specials, I think, from 3 to 5 at the Blind Burrow on Friday as well. Padres, Dodgers. So get down there, say hello. Like Alex, you can meet Alex. You can meet some of our viewers and listeners. But Alex, awesome seeing you. That was like surreal stuff. I'm like, what the hell are the odds of seeing anyone you could possibly know in a city as large as Mexico City?
Right.
The odds are low, Jim.
Very low. Of what?
Maybe
25 million?
1 in 20 million or something.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't
low.
even shut up. Look at this, Carson. Thank you. So he takes out the super to say 3 words for those shirts. Pretty solid. Those are 2 words, right?
It's 2 word.
I kind of like that.
Thanks.
Mr. Sunshine says that doesn't look like a piñata.
That's a piñata.
That's a piñata. I mean, what's your piñata look like, Mr. Sunshine?
When I found that image, it's a piñata.
It's a piñata. Like literally, Google piñata comes up.
And John got mad at me because I had like a string on it.
It was like a string. It was hanging. It looked weird. What we have is way better. Crazy Raider Rad, what's going on, man? He bought an off the shirt.
Let's go.
Thank you for the super. Says he's going to buy more shirts. I can't be wearing the same shirt every game. Plus, don't want to do laundry every other day. Yes, just buy the whole collection. You never have to do laundry again. You can have like 28 shirts. Do laundry once a month.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right?
Just get a wrap up show shirt, get a off at a shirt, and get a good vibe shirt, and you're like set for the week. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you work like where we work, which is a radio station, you can just like wear anything. If you have a real job, you might have to wear like real clothes. I don't know.
Yeah. Crazy Raider Rad. Exactly. Do that.
Thanks, dude. Thank you, Crazy Raider Rad. Thanks for the interaction on social media. Thanks for hanging out with us in the channel. All you guys that are here, thank you for your support of the channel. Jake says, what is this? Okay, 1.234567912 hits per game needed for a 200 hit season. Jim,
Not
you should know that.
Nah, they need 2.
2 hits. No, 2 hits in 100 games equals 200.
No, they need 2 hits a game.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a lot of hits. What's the hit record for a season? Ichiro?
Probably.
Can someone look up the hit record? I'm very curious. This is a huge number, obviously. It's the record. Thank you, Jake, who comments in again with the super. I'm serious. Jim's an idiot on the back of Jim's head. Jim can be bought, but I don't know if he would do that.
I can be bought.
Crazy Raider Rat. Thank you again, Jake. Make your way to Blind Burrow, man. We'll be there from what, Jim? 2 to 6? I mean, we'll be there for an hour or so before, and then we're on the air for 3 hours. So we'll be there all day Friday.
Yeah.
And look, we got Chad's going to be there. He's going to bring his dog by. Is Sheba? I'm not following the chat, but very cool. Chad, hope to see you on Friday as well. I don't know what's happening in here. Jared, thanks, man. He says, still watching my off the shirt sit in Vegas. Is that where it is on like tracking?
That's stupid.
I wash my hands of that. That's on Jim.
Qualm says the piñata looks like the 16-arm tantra.
What's that mean?
Like, like the 16-arm tantra where it's like perfect, like a perfect circle?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Jim told me today, I know we got to run in a minute. Can I just share this? I texted Jim. I was listening to a podcast on college football, like realignment. And the guy mentioned that Yoda was dead. And I texted Jim. I'm like, Yoda's dead? And he said I was like an idiot. I mean, I don't watch Star Wars or movies, but I assumed that Yoda was alive. He's like the focal point of the whole damn series. It's like the main character. You don't kill off the main character. Wrong?
Please help me.
All right, real quick. Underdog Fantasy. This is the place you need to be playing fantasy sports. Easiest place to play fantasy. You can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. 20 times in the daily pick'ems, MLB daily pick'ems going on right now at underdogfantasy.com or on the app. Get 2 right in higher or lower pick'ems. You win 3 times your money, up to 5 times, 20 or 5 bets, 20 times your money. With Pick'em Insurance, you can get one wrong and still win 10 times your money. You can double your first deposit up to $100 right now at underdogfantasy.com by using promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Again, double your first deposit up to $100 by using promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP at underdogfantasy.com. Let me give you a pick'em for tomorrow, guys. What is this? I was looking at NBA. LeBron James. I'm going to give you an NBA pick'em for tomorrow, Jim. Okay, Lakers Warriors game 2.
Yeah.
25.5 points for LeBron James game 2. Higher or lower?
Higher.
41.5 points plus rebounds plus assists for LeBron James. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay. AD.
Higher.
26.5 points. Higher.
Higher.
Austin Reeves.
Higher.
4 rebounds. Higher or lower?
Higher.
15.5 points.
Higher.
Jared Vanderbilt.
Higher.
Okay. Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, higher. Who's going to live at the free throw line because it flops? Lower.
Lower. 30.5 points.
Lower.
And then finally, Klay Thompson.
Lower.
23.5 points. So you've given up on this team.
I'm
Draymond
done.
Green. Draymond Green, half a point. I'm
Lower.
kidding. It's 8.5 points.
Lower.
Anyway, it's super fun. Higher, lower pick'ems going on right now. Underdogfantasy.com or the Underdog app. MLB, NBA, every sport going on right now. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100 at underdogfantasy.com. All right, I think that's going to do it for us, right, Jim?
I think that's going to do it for us, John.
I haven't looked at. Does anyone comment on this whole Yoda dynamic that played out?
Nobody
Not
cares.
really. Nobody cares. He's dead anyway. If I ruined it, I ruined it. Oh, Ichiro is the hit record, Jim. 262. Which is still less than 2 hits a game, which would be 324.
It's great.
Mexico City was spectacular. Gil, swing by Friday at the Blind Burrow. I'll tell you all about it. It was spectacular. Really, really cool trip. Really was. Do you guys think we sweep or take 2 out of 3? Put that in the chat, guys. Whether you're here live or on replay. All right. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Please smash the like button. Please follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for your support of this channel. We really do appreciate your support. And if you do support this channel, please make sure to support our partners like Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. You have an insurance need before you renew, call Mark. He'll talk Padres with you. He will save you money. Click the link in the description below for Mark Nimitz, the title sponsor of this channel for the last 2 years. Thank you to Will at Aura. If you're looking to get healthier, they've got amazing plant-based products. Again, they are a local company. Please support Aura, ORA.organic, or click the link in the description down below. Underdog Fantasy right now, daily pick'em contests, daily drafts are going on. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for a 100% deposit match up to $100. We will answer this tomorrow. Join us at 3 p.m. on the radio. All right. For Jim, I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show. We'll see you Friday, guys. Peace.